Good afternoon, y'all. Good afternoon. Give me just a couple of seconds and then we're going to get started. In the meantime, say hi, all of that wonderful stuff. Let me know that you are here, you can hear me, all of that great stuff. I'm excited. I haven't done this in a while. Um, so cool. I miss you guys so much. No, that's not the one I want. I want to come here, edit. My Instagram is supposed to be live, so that's what I'm working on, but it's not working. So we're gonna see if we can't get it working now. Copy this. So hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Um, mhm. Put this in here. Now y'all see my Michigan background, right? Because y'all know I went by. Yeah, I'm a U of M alumni. So we do a little bit of something here. All right. Yay. So I'm gonna do this now. Go. Okay, great. So now we are really live. Um, so hey, hi. Say hi. I missed you guys, so make sure you say hi because I missed you guys. So this is Talk to Me Tuesday, and I am Millie Gunn with Credit One USA. Millie Scott, for those of you who know me, know me. And today I'm just going to talk to you really quickly, and we're going to talk about, um, of course, Michigan winning. But no, seriously, we're going to talk about credit and the 5 parts of your credit score and how to be a credit champion. So I'm getting into this really quickly because I want to try to get this done in 5 minutes. Well, 5 to 10 minutes. And then if you have a question, I'll be able to take maybe 1 or 2 questions. So let's get to it. Um, Here we go. So, if you know anything about credit, this is the model that most people, that FICO uses. So, this is the credit scoring module that FICO uses for a mature credit file. Now, when I say a mature credit file, I mean someone who has established credit. The reason that's important is because if you're 18 or 19-year-old, if you're in Alabama, 19-year-old gets credit and they get a credit card, this percentage will not be the same for them because they're a little people and they haven't established credit yet. Whereas this is more of a score for me because I've been in this game for, over 10 years because, we're never going to be that old. I think I'm going to be about 28 till I'm, in my 40s or 60s. I think I'm going to go from 28 to 63. Anyway, so that's the most important thing is these percentages change based on that. So let's get into them. 35% of your credit score is based on your payment history. Now, when we say payment history, we are saying, what did you do? Who did you pay? So when I say history, I mean, even if the account is closed. So a lot of us, we get a credit card, we messed up on the credit card, but we paid the credit card off. Your history still shows up. It shows up for 7 to 10 years, depending on the account, from the time the account's closed. So if the account is bad, your history shows up for 7 years from the date of first delinquency in which the account was not brought back current. What that means is if you mess up in January of 2023, it's going to stay on your credit report until 2030. That's 7 years. But if you mess up in January of 2023, catch it up in July of 2023, and then you mess up again in January of 2024, it's going to stay on your credit report until 2024 because it is 7 years from the last time you messed up and then didn't fix it. Okay, so that's the most important thing about payment history. If the account is good, 10 years from the date of last activity. So you paid off your car in 2013, it's off your credit now. Sorry. They want to know what you did recently in terms of good credit. They'll keep that bad stuff with you forever. But anyway, that's a whole nother question. So the second biggest category is amounts owed. Now, when we looked at amounts owed, it's mostly based off of credit cards. Everybody wants to say, credit cards or other stuff, but the truth is it's mostly based off of credit cards, which is why getting a credit card will jump your credit score up, but getting a car loan won't. Sounds crazy, I know, but think about it this way. When you get a car loan or a mortgage or something like that, somebody else has looked at this and said, oh yeah, you're making that's a good choice. Yeah, you should do that. And then they gave you money for it. When you're swiping your credit card, unless you got a good friend like me, nobody's sitting there saying, oh yeah, girl, you should get that. Or you ain't supposed to be doing that right now. I got some friends that'll tell me, you gonna buy that? Yeah, nah. But most of us don't have those friends, or most of us ain't finna, ask somebody every time we swipe our credit card. Like nothing. I'm not gonna go down that road. So that's that one. So make sure if we're trying to build or rebuild our credit, we're making sure that we're paying our credit cards off, but we're not being scary and never using them again. We're just paying them off. Every month, if I swipe my card, I gotta pay it off and keep your score up. Now, the third category, 15% of your score. I'm jumping around on the little paper, but it's the blue one. 15% of your score is based on length of history. This is the hardest thing to get. It's the absolute hardest thing to get because length of history is just based off of time. How long you've been doing it. One of the quick shortcuts, I should say, to get better credit is to get an authorized user account. So if you get added to your daddy's credit card and he's had it since you were born and he has good credit history and he's never messed up on it, you can get credit for all of your daddy's work and that'll increase your length of history. However, for most people, we're building or rebuilding our credit. In that case, you just kind of got to stick with it, which means you got to be really careful about who you start a relationship with. I'll tell you right now, it's the beginning of the year. This means let's not do those Christmas accounts. We borrow that loan for 12 months and then we pay it off at the end of the year and we do it again. That shortens our length of history. It's like dating. You get a new girl every year. I have a friend and his girlfriend never makes it to Christmas. He gets a new chick at the beginning of the year and she never makes it to Christmas. I be sitting there clocking them chicks, like who's next? Don't be that person with your credit because creditors don't like that. Now, next thing is, so we talked about history, amounts owed, length of history. Now we're going to talk about the mix. 10% of your score is based off of your credit mix. You want to be diversified. So you want to have credit cards, but you also want to have a car loan or a personal loan or a student loan or a mortgage or all of the above, because it says, I know how to do multiple things. One of the cool things about Michigan's quarterback is he can throw and he can run. And, Washington saw that last night. So that's what made him great. And it made him a bigger threat because he could do multiple things. He was a better person than somebody who, let's just say like Pinks, who's a really awesome thrower, but he wasn't really, doing enough. Let me stop. That's rude. But you get the idea. So credit mix, be diverse. Finally, and this is the thing everybody thinks messes up their credit, but it doesn't. It is your new credit and, or as we love to call it, inquiries. Now, inquiries do impact your credit. So I don't want you to think it doesn't at all. And the more you apply, the more they hurt you. You get to apply no more than 2 times a year per credit bureau. So that's 6 a year. That's like literally every other month. So But if you keep asking too much, you're begging, and nobody likes a beggar, not even the credit bureaus. So don't apply too much. Be diverse. Get multiple types of account. Get accounts with people you can stick with for long periods of time. Keep your balances low, and when you're establishing credit, get credit cards, not auto loans. Now, and pay them off every month. And don't be late. You do those 5 things, and you will be a credit champion. So I got about 4 minutes left. So who has a question for me? I'm gonna give y'all just a second. Oh, I should bring up the comments so I can look and see. If you have a question, I'm gonna give you a moment to do it. And if y'all want to say just how wonderful Michigan is, I understand that too. Um, Also, if you have questions, need assistance, or anything like that, you can always visit us online at www.creditoneUSA.com. You can give us a call at 855-273-3663, or you can message us directly. So Sunshine T gets the question of the day. She says, or he says, please ignore that. How can I help my son build his credit? He's 18 years old. If you have an open credit card that you have never been late on, you can add him as an authorized user to the credit card. And as long as it's not American Express, he'll get credit for all of the history that you did. Okay, good. I got it right, cheap. Okay, so he'll get credit for all of the credit that you do, Sunshine, which means if you paid on time for the last 5 years, he'll get credit to back when he was 13 years of age, which helps him build his credit. Now, here's the secret. He does not have to have the credit card to get credit for it. He doesn't have to swipe his card as an authorized user for it to work. All you have to do is add him to it. I did this with my children. Add them to it, stuck them in my drawer, locked them up, and boom, they have good credit. In fact, my daughter's credit is so good. My 19-year-old daughter just went out and financed her a 2021 Volkswagen, whatever that little SUV thing is, with no money down. Easy thing. They get credit for your history. Get them the credit for the history. Get them their own credit card. Keep that one too if they're not responsible. Teach them how to use it. I don't know, start them off with a bill. My mom told me everybody gets a bill. Everybody gets a bill. So my son is responsible for his cell phone bill. So he works. He's 17. He works. When he gets his check, he sends me money for a cell phone bill. Now, if you get him a credit card after you add him as an authorized user, it shows up. You get him his own. His cell phone bill, he pays it with his credit card. You pay it right back off. You keep the credit card in the drawer. You put it on auto pay. He puts the money in the bank account. You pay it automatically. You pay it automatically. You help him pay. You show him how to pay it automatically. You watch him while he pays it automatically. Then he pays it automatically. You check in, and then he learns the habit, and then he does it. So that's the fastest way to build your credit without having with them in a training place so that you can prevent them from messing up. And then they add the second credit card, and then they add a third credit card, and then maybe then they'll get a car loan or a house or something like that. And then that way they're able to build out their credit profile from the time that they're young without having to have without risking their credit. So that was a quick recap. So 5 things that make up your credit score: payment history, don't be late; amounts owed, credit cards are more important than credit cards impact your credit score more than installment loans; length of history, stick with it, get somebody that you can hang out with for 6 or more years; credit mix, be diversified, don't be scared to get a credit card and a car loan; and inquiries, don't apply too often because then you're needy. If you have more questions, give us a shout. Until next time, go blue and have a great day. I should have probably said have a amazing blue day, but whatever.